In this video, I want to show how to play Draconic. I think Draconic is really can work really well, but you have to get it really early, otherwise it's kind of int. So let's get into the game and analyze what I've done right and wrong. I think I played that very early in the morning, so I know I made a lot of mistakes in this one, but it's still good enough to show you that if it works like a charm. So right away I hit a Zyra and a Katarina. Zyra, of course, keeps, so I'm also taking the Draconic, because if you have the chance to get Draconic at 2-1, it can give you a free first if you know how to play it. Joe. I start with a bow, so I'm picking up units that work with the bow on the way. Vayne reroll works really well with lots of bows, but let's see what my next item will be. Yeah, for the same reason I picked up the Kalista. Hellions, well, now I could have picked them up because now there's a Ziggs, but now also I hit Draconic, so I'm full set on Draconic now. I got my 2-1 Draconic, and I'm just gonna try and get all my units 2-star as soon as possible. Until then, I can lose streak if I want to, just to make more gold. Because I have everything 1-star, it's not really worth it leveling up now and trying to go for win streak. And I think it's very important to either lose streak all the way to neutrals or win streak all the way to neutrals, because it's just so much gold that you get. So I decided to lose streak. In this strategy, it's important that you scout a lot and try only to lose by a little bit against the other weak players, but always make sure that you lose. Here I'm in front of a hard decision: shadow bow or bow. I think the bow is better. I hope I'm taking it. Yeah, all right. So with Draconic, Draconic has lots of CC, so you want to have a big front line to get all that CC going, and that's why often Rage Blades are played in this comp. You can either have Ashe or Zyra carry in the mid game, and also maybe in the late game if you get them 3-star, which very often you do because Draconic just gives you so many free units. Yeah, they both work with different items. I think Zyra mostly works with cooldown reduction items like Spear of Children, AP. Rage Blade is fine too. While with Ashe, you can go attack speed and 80 items. So in this case, I'm making gold. I'm trying to be greedy. As I said, I just want to lose streak and make a lot of gold, so I can then roll at 3-2 at level 6 to get a very strong board from then on, and hopefully win a lot of games there. I'm taking the Pantheon right here because Pantheon is pretty tanky if he ults, and I'm just trying to, maybe be lucky and kill 1 or 2 units. I don't want to win, and I'm obviously not going to win with that board. But if someone just open forts and puts no units in there, I see there's another player with Draconic, which is always a little bit bad because they're taking your units away. But with Draconics, it's a little bit less bad than with other comps because you're still getting units for free. I picked up the brand, by the way. I'm holding that because Abomination works really well with Draconic because well, Abomination is really strong in the early game, in the mid game, so they can get you to the late game where Draconic really shines. Draconic is pretty weak in the early and mid game, and also they have Brand is a spellweaver, which works well with Zyra, and Nunu is a brawler, which works well with Set. So that's just a really good combo. So there was just no really good items that I wanted here. So I just picked up the Ash with the Shadow Cloak. I think I'm thinking of going Ash carry with that Runans. Shadow Runans is really good on AD carries in this meta. Besides Vayne, of course, because it doesn't help with the passive. It doesn't apply on it effects, but it does apply crits. So if I wanted to play Ash now, I would need maybe a glove to go with that bow, or some attack speed items would be really well too. Really good. I'm a little bit lazy with the scouting. I should really scout more, especially I should scout on the low people, on people down with a low score, because I really don't want to lose right now. I would lose a lot of gold if I would lose now. And putting in a too strong board might cost me lots of gold, because I would lose my lose streak, not just for this round, but also for the minion round, which is 6 gold down the drain. But I am being lazy. Somewhat lucky because I'm playing against a strong player. Unlucky because he 5-0'd me, so that was very expensive with my health, but at least I can keep my lose streak, which is very important. I find a Nunu, which is big. Now I just need a Kalista for that Abomination combo, and then I could just play that at level 6 and hopefully win streak for a while. So the combo would look like this. We just need those 4 units we have in there, and we would put a Brand and a Kalista on the board, and then we would be pretty strong. I think at this point I'm really confused what items to make. Spear of Shojin is a really nice item for Ash or Zyra, but I put a Shadow Runans on Ash already. It doesn't really work well with Shadow Runans. And Zyra is level 1. I don't know which one I'm gonna make. I decide I'm having 2 carries apparently, which is okay. I can still transform items from one to the other if only one of them is 3-star. But I think at this point I'm banking on getting both of them 3-star, and I just want a lot of CC in my team, and I wanna stop losing so much health, because I'm pretty low already. I gotta stop bleeding. It's fine if I lose, but I don't want to lose by much. And that's a much better loss here. Only 6 health down, and I still get a lot of gold from the loss streak. That's totally fine. So now I think I should put up the rod and just go for a Rage Blade. Now I'm excited which unit I put it on because it would work on both of them. Okay, I want to go for a Zyra carry. I don't know if that's the best choice because I already put a good item on Ash. I think I should have put it on Ash, but it's a fine decision. Okay, so now I hit my unit. So rolling at 3-2 is really important if you're leaking a lot of health, because that's when you level up to 6. And yeah, if I wouldn't have found Kalista there, I would have just kept rolling until I find Kalista Arise. Because I do need a power spike right now. So I should be winning now, otherwise I have a problem. But that looks very good. That looks like it's not even close. The weird thing with Abomination is the item thing. What items do you put on the Abomination champions? Do you even put items on the Abomination champions? You don't want to put multiple items usually on them because then it's a random carousel which item the Scion will get. I like putting either like tanky items or one-time use items. They made the Caesar portal not work anymore with Scion, but other items do work, like Trap Claw, GA. So if you put a GA on one of the Abomination unit, the Abomination unit will come back, and also the Scion will come back. So that's very useful. The Trap Claw also works twice. There's a couple other items that do work like this. And I think they're very good versus certain comps. So always obviously depends on the lobby you're in. That looks like another loss, but a close loss. Not all we want here. Okay, so now if I wanted like the full build Zyra, I could just go for another sword and I would have a really strong Zyra, but I'm not finding that. So let's see what I'm going for. I have a tier and a belt. Okay, so I'm going for Shadow Chain. I think that's a good choice. It's a decent choice. I want to make either I could make Shadow Sunfire Cape here or Shadow Frozen Heart. They're both pretty good items in my opinion for the Abomination, because the Abomination runs into the backline, always reaches the backline, so you always have that impact. And those are two very big impact items. I go for the Shadow Frozen Heart, which is probably better at the moment, because if you have like a healing backline that you want to stop healing, they will in the end late game still heal through that burn. So, and it's more about one-shotting them. So I think the Frozen Heart is actually really good because it just does so much for the backline. I think it's a pretty broken item. Just often you just don't, you can't prioritize it because you need other items more. But if you can get it, it's so good. Like this whole front line is now CC'd with that Frozen Heart. 50%, 2 tiles. It's just like 2 Frozen Hearts in the last season. So usually with Draconic, you want to roll at 7, so you can get Ash and Zyra 3-star. And if you have a lot of big eggs, you could also consider leveling to 7 early for a chance for Heimerdinger. It's a very risky thing, but therefore if you do hit Heimerdinger, it's over, because 5 Draconic, if you can keep that in for like 5 rounds, that's so impactful. It's like winning with 6 fortune in the last set. Just usually you don't get to put those in for too long, because you will lose. this point, I should consider leveling to seven obviously after this round. Well, I should for sure level to seven after this round, and then I should consider rolling it down for an Ash 3 or Zyra. Um, that would be one choice. Also, I have to think about what unit to put in, so I could roll for a good. Maybe I find another ranger. That would be very good. There's a ranger, but I think it's a very weak ranger. Sadly, these rock portals that I can make don't work with Abomination. So I think at this point, I should roll for something, but I seem to think at that point that I'm strong enough. Oh, no, there I'm rolling. Okay, that's good. But I'm not finding anything. All right, I think I'm just I want to slow roll for Zyra 3 and Ash 3. I'm not sure if that's the perfect play. I think I should have rolled more to at least find Nunu 2 and Brand 2 because I've got 1-star units on the board and I can really not afford to lose much health, and it's never too costly to roll now because I still have a good chance to find more Ashes and Zyras, and I have a chance to find, for example, Kindred and Rise, which would be a game changer because Rise is just so much better than Kalista, and that would give me 2 buffs. It would give me Mystic and Ranger. Yeah, so it's just really a lot. So let's see what I'm going for here. Okay, I got the Ash 3-star, so that's actually good that I went for an. I should go for an Ash item now, and I am. Am I? Am I going for that Final Whisper? I think it's good enough because like Ash, if I keep her safe really far back, that's fine. It takes obviously it makes her more squishy, but she does insane damage with it. Yeah, I should really put that Ranger buff because Ash is my carry now. I think now I'm fine to go to level 8 if I have an Ash 3-star. And hope for those really strong 5 costs that can make my board so much stronger. Volibear is so strong, Ivern is so strong, and they work really well with this because I just like Ash and Zyra are to CC the board so much, and so I just need like a big like if I would roll at 8 and I would hit Heimerdinger, the holy trio Heimerdinger, Ivern, Volibear. Heimerdinger just burns everyone on the board, and I just need to buy time for him. And if you have Ash and Zyra 3-star, they're really, really good at doing exactly that because they give so much CC, and then also Volibear and Ivern give so much CC. So it's just everything CCs the board, and no one can move. And that's just what you want in a Heimerdinger comp. Nothing to be able to move, so the Heimerdinger turret just burns down everything because the damage over time is so high. And also especially against those assassin comps. If you just have a comp where no one can move, assassins are super squishy. As soon as they're CC'd, they're dead. Now I'm thinking about a 3rd item for Ash because she's my carry. Yeah, probably sort and then see whatever I get in the next minion round. It's a bit sad that I have my items. So usually you should have decided for 1 carry. I think that would have been better. And I was too indecisive in this game. I put 2 items on both of those units. Oh, a Kindred. Put 2 items on both of those units. With 3 items on one of them would be much better, and then 1 unit on an Abomination unit, I think would just be much stronger. Because right now I'm lacking frontline items. Even though I want 3 items on a carry, I also lack frontline items. So it's just it's really not ideal what I'm doing here. But I just I have very strong units, so it's fine for now because my Ash is 3-star. Oh wow. Okay, I think I saw that everyone positioned right side, so I did the same because my units diagonally attack. I want to be on the opposite side of my, or if they're right side, I want to be right side as well. And then I probably can't lose at the moment. All right, I'm also very close to Zyra 3-star. That's huge. I think it's not perfect to put both Zyras in the same corner. I mean, obviously in this because one of them has Shojin, it ults first, and then the other one ults. But if the opponent now positions on the other side, I would have some problems. Even though Sion runs on that side, I just have my units would all focus the wrong side. Luckily, they're the same side. So right now it's really important for me to check which side opponents position at. Of course, it's meta to BM in the alt chat. It's very important. And I think why am I going for the set? I don't know. I should have picked up the Ivern last round. I didn't. No, I'm taking the Ivern. Ivern is just too good to pass up. And I think I'm greeting for 5 Draconic, but I just I don't need 5 Draconic right now. I'm strong enough. I almost have I'm close to my Zyra 3. There's the rise. That's nice. You want to slowly open the eggs if you have a almost full board, because otherwise the first one makes your board full, and then you have a second one that just turns into gold if you don't have any board space. You do not want that. Yeah, so I definitely think I should roll now, but I am greeting, and I'm thinking, all right, I'll go to level 9 apparently. Hopefully after this fight I realize I can't beat everyone and I probably shouldn't go to level 9. And then I just wasted 6 gold. Or how much? No, 8 gold. For partly leveling up. Whatever that was. Let's hope it's a Zyra. Oh, nice. That is very good. Do I just level to 9? Really? I mean, it's more okay now because I found a Nico's help. So I think it's an okay choice. I will still hit my Zyra 3, but I think it would have been much better to just roll for Nunu 3. But oh, okay, no time to put it in. But I did find the 5 Draconic. I can maybe greed it out for 1 round. If I win, then 2 rounds, but that's it. I can't play Draconic longer than that. Otherwise, I'm just risking dying. I think I'm focused on getting first place in this game and not top 4. Which shouldn't be your playstyle. Oh, I'm not sure. So the problem here, because I'm watching, I can't see the other boards. So usually you should then scout a lot and evaluate your board strength. If you feel like you're a lot stronger than like if lots of people are much weaker than you, you can go for 5 Draconic. But the problem with 5 Draconic is that they need time to hatch those eggs if you get them. It's not like Fortune where you get right away the reward. It takes rounds. And if it's a big egg, it takes 3 rounds. So you have to survive now. I'm inting 1 round and I have to survive 3 more rounds until I get a reward for it. So it's a long, long time. So I really have to make sure that I survive until then. And that's why I should really scout a lot before I make that decision. right. I get lucky on this one. Um, I think the better positioning against a play like this would have been to have the Ash left side. So I have my two big carries at the moment separated so that don't both get focused by Vel'Koz. Luckily, Vel'Koz didn't kill them. Otherwise, I would have lost that. And if your carries die early, you don't just lose by a little. You lose really hard because you just can't kill anything. I think I should go for Death Cap or Infinity Edge. Probably actually Infinity Edge, just so I have 3 items on my Ash. So now I have an Ash carry. There's a Diana with a Shadow Frozen Heart as well, but I think this guy is weak, so I don't really need to position for him too much. But Diana can really beat those clumped up comps. Yeah, I think I should put the Ash left side now. Okay, I'm putting everything left side. Okay. That's with those comps very bad. So usually the right side positioning works often very well because people will position on their right side because they're scared that the Scion runs to the left side, which he usually does. So so the right side positioning with the Zyra works usually really well because then you can hit both sides with the CC. Now, if they would position right side, I have no one hitting them. So I have to be really sure that they position left side if I do this. Maybe I'm just faking it and I want to swap in the last second. I do not, and I'm playing against an assassin guy, so it's not very important where I positioned. I just want to position close to each other. It still works. That's good. I'm very strong. Other people are greeting their gold, which is lucky for me because if we all greet gold, I'm not getting the gold, but I'm getting those golden eggs, which are more than that gold, in my opinion. So this is good for me that people are greeting in this lobby. Otherwise, I could not play like this, and that's very lucky because I don't even seem to scout. So that's a very good example on how not to play, I guess, and still get lucky out of it. That's a good choice right now. I think I'm making. So I'm selling my abomination units. They're just too weak now. I'm level 9. I can roll for 3-star. For 2-star 5 costs. They're much stronger. Abomination doesn't do that much anymore. Other units are just stronger. I don't know about that Kale, but besides that, my like Heimerdinger 2 is such a big difference. Garen will also tank for this comp for a while, which is nice. Garen gets that insanely big shield whenever he ults. And also shreds magic resist, and my team is mostly magic damage with Heimerdinger and Zyra. You see that Heimerdinger damage, he didn't have any items. And that was a 3-star Ash with 3 items, even lower damage than him. That's how good Heimerdinger is. So for sure pick up Volibear. I think I should stop going 5 Draconic now. And I do stop that, that's good. I'm taking Karma here because she gives me Invoke and Dawnbringer, and for some weird reason I actually got insane synergies right now. Do I actually have perfect synergies, or is there just no more space? Revenant, Brawler. No. No. He gives me Knight. I don't have a second Knight, but besides that, I think I have perfect synergies. Wow. So I'm putting the redemption on someone around. Oh, I think I put it on Kindred because she can't kill herself, and just mana items are good on her because I want her to ult faster. I'm not sure if that's perfect, but I think it's okay. Yeah, probably it's the best unit to put it on at this time. I'm taking out Zyra. She's not 3-star, and those items are just so good on Heimerdinger because attack speed. He scales really well with its 2 attack speed items and a Shojin, which also he scales really well with. So it's just really good items for Heimerdinger. And it shows that damage he does. I think I win that, right? Yeah. Close fight, but I win it. So my comp is really strong right now. I just want to get everything 2-star. I don't need the set anymore. I should sell that soon when I realize it. For now, it gives me brawler, but that's minuscule, that difference. Rel, for example, would already be better in my opinion. They're just pulled, especially if I get him 2-star. Oh, I do get him 2-star, so I should really put him in. Rel doesn't even give me any combos, but he's a really, really strong unit. And he gets stronger if there's more units on the board even. So he just CCs half the board every time. And it gives a big shield. Yeah, and right now it just looks like, I mean, I got lucky and got to greed so long, and now um, I'm living with the rewards of it. I'm probably pretty unbeatable now because Heimerdinger, Ivan Volibear is the perfect combo, and I got two Heimerdingers 2-star. This shouldn't be beatable. Do I take the Teemo? I could go 4 Invokers. So I think 4 Invokers is just is probably the best late game combo, but you want to get everything 2-star, and then you put 4 Invokers and you put all the 5 cost 2-stars in the front line, and that's just the absolute maximum your board can get. But it's also very risky if you're at that low health to just buy a Teemo. But I'm on 1. I have 1 extra life. I can die once, and I would not go down. So I can lose 1 fight and I would not die. So it's probably fine actually to take the Teemo. Just if I buy 2 more, then I'm on 1 life, which would be dangerous. Yeah, and looking at the other comps, I see those are free wins for me. They're both really weak. I don't know how people are this week. This is a diamond game, and everyone greeted, and still they seem really weak from just looking at the boards. So I don't see any chance how I can lose this now. My positioning is abysmal with that Ash in the front line, and still I'm winning. I'm winning really hard. I don't think I can do anything to lose this now. Could probably put Heimerdinger in my front line and still win. But let's see before my mouth is too big and I lose now. Even got a GA. Put it on my carries. Or just on someone in the front line, sure. Wow. That Heimerdinger damage. Yeah, and that's it, guys. Oh, no. There's one more fight. Against this guy with 4 Inures. So he has Heimerdinger 2 now, and he has 4 Inures. So he actually does a lot of damage. So I probably actually have to position for him. Doesn't that suck when you actually have to focus on the game and you can't just face roll your enemy? Yeah, it's a little bit. I think I'm just a little bit tilted because he's Hammerdinger 2, because I was hoping I could go for Hammerdinger 3 if if I let him survive for one more round. Um, yeah, but uh, I think my combo is just more maxed out at this point. CC wins against that. He has lots of renewers, but he just has less CC. And there it is. Yeah, my units reached his backline, even though his Hammerdinger was much stronger than mine. That wins. And I think this shows that Draconic can be really good, but you have to get them early, and you have to watch out that you don't lose too much HP with them, and not just greed all game. So it's really important, I think, if you are loose streaking, that you level to 6 at 3-2 and roll down for a good combo. Thanks for watching.